If it is not yet clear, the being faces only one battle. Its enemies are the universe it has created itself, and the creature that was also its work, both disguised as the very being it is. That is why there are several mentions that the being must destroy its relatives, who have nothing to do with the characters. My life and his life represent internal conflicts of the being with itself. Life presents a paradox. It generates actions that are both consequences and triggers of other actions that the being does not wish to perform, but ends up doing. Stating that construction is merely the result of the being's own actions is not a convincing explanation for someone attentive. Paying attention to understanding leads the being into a spiral that reveals the meaning of things and actions. The lack of attention to understanding keeps the being trapped in the circle of a meaningless life, subjecting it to the limits and impositions of explanations from sciences, religions, and educational institutions. These attempt to teach the being to live before and after death, while imposing fear, shame, and prejudices, thereby feeding its doubts, especially regarding itself and its capabilities. Creation, in all its parts, is transient and unlimited within its own limits. Every action that is not understood should not give way to the next, as it perpetuates and expands ignorance. Apparent crying in the face of loss is, in reality, the crying of ignorance. The being who possesses knowledge does not cry, because its consciousness places it in all times and spaces, freeing it from any body, whether dense or subtle. The moment of madness represents the transformation of a being that starts as a questioner and culminates as a knower in a unique science that dissolves and absorbs the scientific being itself. This science is not meant to create, but to understand everything, and it is this knowledge that prevents the being from acquiring or interfering with anything. Life will continue to be random and indecipherable, except for the being who now understands the purpose of existence and the link between beings and things. Alchemy dissolves ignorance and transforms the being into a knower of all things. This being will act and react in the same way as before, but it will no longer be the character, rather, it will be the conscious actor, master of itself, of time, and of space. This being transcends and surpasses everything that drugs merely insinuate and label as madness. The character's expressions, grimaces, and gestures no longer reflect the eternal smile, nor the perpetual peace of the conscious actor, both perceptible only to the sensitivity of those who approach him. This is a being that appears to be and belong to a universe that, in reality, belongs to it. The word fantasy describes this universe and everything it comprises. A place where only what is not understood is modified, this transformation therefore not being the enlightening one.